My name is Gracie Mame Ifya Brago. I had a very terrible experience 6 years ago with gas explosion. It all happened, it was 29th August 2012. I've closed from work, and when I got home, I realized that there was no light. So I had a soup in the fridge, so I decided to heat it in order not for it to get spoiled the next day. So whilst heating it, I sensed that there was leakage coming from the regulator. So I just tried to fix it by putting a stone on it. Whilst doing that, it just exploded. The kitchen too was at the exit. That was where the fire was coming from. It pushed me into the bathroom, and I have to wet a big towel just to cover myself because my body was just burning all over. That was when I started screaming for help, and neighbors came to my rescue by making a big hole behind my bathroom just to pull me out to their house. So because of the terrible experience I had with the gas explosion, I've not been using gas for the past 6 years. It's almost like it was giving me panic attack. Even getting to somebody's house and getting closer to the cylinder wasn't easy. It has not been an easy thing for me. So I asked everybody to practice safety first. I could have died, if not for the intervention of God Almighty. And the cost itself, it wasn't an easy thing at all. And the pains, it was very terrible. I wouldn't want anybody to go to, not even my enemies. So think about your safety first, because safety is very cheap.
I'm Engineer Seto Barry, member of Engineering Council Ghana. We are here to educate you about LPG system, and after that we will give you a device which will solve all those problems. Now, number one, I believe there is a cylinder in your house, but you've placed it in your room. And if a cylinder is in your room, remember that it's a timing bomb. It is very, very risky. It is better for you to take your cylinder outside from the room. Number two, you can see that some people will go and will spray a cylinder to any color of their choice. It is wrong. The color of a standard color for your LPG cylinder is supposed to be ash gray or silver. We don't repair cylinder. It is wrong. Now, example again, you see that some people have been putting stones on their cylinder. It is wrong. It is a small thing, a small rubber, which is an O-ring, which are sport. Something like this. This O-ring, you change it and this thing is gone. But they will just put stones on it. And a small fire or a small heat will cause a blast. Setotech Engineering Company Limited will never sit down for this thing to happen in this nation. No! We will go around everywhere and any place to stop gas leakage, to stop gas explosion, so that we save the lives of people in this nation. Somebody goes to fill his cylinder and you say that fill the cylinder to the brim. It is wrong. Immediately you fill it to that side or to that capacity full, then it will create extra pressure on the valves and the regulator, and leakages will start. Example, somebody too will be cooking. Now, instead of the person to fill the saucepan to a certain level, the fellow will fill the saucepan over its level, and when it is boiling, the water enters into the gas or into the stove, the fire extinguishes, and what happens is that still the gas flows and leakages comes out, and you see that there will be explosion. So now Setotech has taken it upon themselves to come to schools, hotels, restaurants, churches, communities, everywhere or anywhere that they are using LPG, to come and educate them on how to use this LPG, because you can never stop using LPG since it is very cheap and it is very neat in burning. So now Setotech Engineering Company Limited are coming forward. Everywhere that they will come, it is free. You can just call our line and we'll be there. We'll do the safety clinic for you. Please, we are not taking any penny. It is free because we want to save the nation. We want to save our mother. We want to save Mother Ghana. Now, let's see this normal regulator. When there's a leakage or there's a cut at any joint, let's see whether the flow of LPG will stop or not. Okay, now let's see. Now let's see. The fire will never stop. It will just be helping the fire to be moving on. So this is the difference between the GasSafe system and the normal regulator system. Now let's go back and let's see what we call the automatic shut-off device. Now, Satotech Engineering Company Limited, the CEO, I want to recommend this device for you. And this device is called the GasSafe. This device has an automatic shut-off system in it. And this one, when it detects a major leakage, it will shut off by itself. And you'll be free. Even when you are not in the house, forget, your family is safe. When you buy this GasSafe, there is a serial number on it. If there happen to be a mistake, you don't have any problem. There is a sheet on it. Just pick the sheet. Write the date of purchase on the sheet. After that, write a serial number of this device on it. Now, remember it is 3 years warranty. So, you just call the line or you call Satotech. If you call Satotech and it is less than 3 years that you bought this thing, remember, we shall come and replace it for you. You don't have any problem. Because we know how authentic and how very effective this thing, the GasSafe, is. That's why we, Satotech, are recommending this thing for you. Because it has saved a lot of people, saved a lot of lives in this nation. Let us see how it operates. If you get your GasSafe, first of all, you see a cover beneath it. Remove it. After that, there is a ring under it. Press the ring. If you press the ring, it will create an opening for it to be fixed. So you just place it on your cylinder like this. You press it down, you leave it. It is locked. Now by fixing after that, you can raise it and see. It is locked. Now, after fixing it, there's a button at the back. You lift up that button. But remember that it will never come because this thing has not been fixed to the appliance. For you to put GasSafe on, you are supposed to press this knob. By pressing this knob, you see that the bar or the gauge here will lift. And by lifting, it will be on the green, telling you that you have gas in the vessel. So, if it lifts like this, then it tells you that GasSafe is now ready to be used. Now, there happens to be a leakage on this pipe or a leakage at any place in the system, this knob will trigger and it will shut everything off, preventing further burning or preventing explosion. So now let's see. Cut it for me. There is a cut here, so it means that it is a leakage. The nozzle will stop flowing because this knob will trigger. As this knob has triggered right now, it means that the flow of the LPG has stopped. So now let's check whether there is a flow of LPG. Switch it on again. No. This tells you that GasSafe, immediately it detects a leakage in your system, everything will go off. What do you have to protect your house? You don't have anything. I want to assure you that GasSafe will prevent every disaster by fire in your house. Satotech Engineering Company Limited is telling you today that they are recommending this thing for you because we are experts in LPG systems for schools, hotels, restaurants, hospitals, everywhere that gas flows. Satotech is there. So I want to tell you, go in for GasSafe. For GasSafe is secure. GasSafe is very efficient for you.